Hello, welcome to the channel. Question 8A, NOV-DEC 2024. Two consecutive even numbers are such that 1/3 of the smaller exceed 1/4 of the larger by 7. We have to find those two numbers. So first of all, what are even numbers? We know those integers that can be divided by 2 without a remainder. And if I ask you to mention them, you might, let's say from the smallest, you might be having 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. When they get to a point that the number is large, you might not be able to get the reading as we are getting 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. When they get larger, you just be adding 2 in your mind because 2 plus 2, 4, 4 plus 2, 6 plus 2, plus 2, plus 2. So it means that when I get to 152, when I ask you for the next one, you only add 2 to make it 154. That is a consecutive. So two consecutive even numbers. It means that the two consecutive will be this 2 and 4, or 2, 4, 2 and 6, 6 and 8, 8 and 10. So the difference between them is always 2, 2, 2, 2. But in this case, we can't tell which of these numbers is the first number. Because if I know the first number, I only add 2 to the first to get the second. So in this case, it is unknown. So we indicate it by a variable. So we say that let's say y be the first, let me have here, number, then y plus 2 be the second what? Number. So now that if the y becomes 10, then it means my second number will be 12. Do we get that? Alright, good. Then 1/3, meaning 1 times 1/3 times x times the y, right? 1/4, meaning 1/4 times y plus 2. Now, but they say 1/3 of the smaller one, which is the first one, exceed, meaning is the 1/3 exceed the 1/4 of the larger one. So this smaller one is bigger than the larger one by 7 in terms of the multiplication by the fraction. If I multiply this, meaning 1/3, let me just say, it implies that 1/3 of y is equals to 1/4 of y plus 2 plus what? 7. This is not the only way we can write it. We are saying that this is exceeding, meaning this is bigger than the 1/4 of the second one by 7. So it means if I add 7 to the 1/4, I'll be getting this. Or in another vein, since we are saying that this is bigger than this, meaning if I subtract 7 from the bigger one, I should be getting this. Or the difference between the two is 7. So 1/3 minus 1/4 will give you 7. Those are just the scenarios that can explain 1/3 of the smaller exceed 1/4 of the larger by 7. So in this case, any of the scenario that you will follow, you will only be explaining the same concept or getting to the same point. Alright, so now we are having an equation that involves fraction. This is 3 different terms, term 1, term 2, term 3. So we find the LCM of the denominators. 3, 4, 1, going to be 12. So we multiply. We multiply through by 12, which is the LCM, meaning that 12 times 1/3 y should be equals to 12 times 1/4 y plus 2 plus 12 times what? 7. We are multiplying because we want to clear the fractions. This will be 4. So 4 times y, that is going to be 4y, equals to 3 times 1 into bracket, our y plus 2, 12 times this, 70 plus 14 will be 84, right? So we are done with the fraction. We are now faced with a bracket to be expanded. So we have our 4x. I think I like using the x. So Then 3 times y will be 3y. 3, 2, 6. Then we have our 84. We have to group like terms. So in grouping the like terms, we are bringing all the variables to the left. So 4y minus 3y, these are already left there. I think 80 plus 4 plus 6 will be 10. So that will be 90. So we have 94y minus 3y will give you y equals to 90. So therefore, the numbers are 90 and 90 plus 2. That will be 92. So if you find half of 1/3 of 90, that will be giving you 30. Then 1/4 of this, I'm sure it will go here 2. Then remember, so 2, that's 2.5. Which if I approximate, that will be what? It will be 22.5. So when you approximate, it becomes what? 23. So the difference between 30 and 23 will be 7. That is what the question is saying. And I'm sure you get the concept well explained. Thanks for watching. Like, share, comment, and subscribe.